Welcome to Agenda Edina, a program summarizing the actions taken at City Hall that affect you most. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty. Federal law does not block a ban on the sale of menthol cigarettes and other flavored tobacco products in Edina. This is according to the U.S. Court of Appeals ruling late last month in a case brought by R.J. Reynolds Tobacco Company and two local convenience stores. In June 2020, the Edina City Council approved an ordinance that prohibits the sale of any flavored tobacco product that has a taste or smell other than that of tobacco, including candy, dessert, herbs, spices, mint, and menthol. This prohibition also includes flavored e-cigarettes.
We received quite a bit of feedback from residents and also from our Community Health Commission that they thought this would be a good methodology, and we followed up on that. We adopted an ordinance that made it happen. When we were taken to court by some of the largest tobacco companies in the world, we pressed back and we ultimately prevailed.
The tobacco company claimed that federal law preempts the city's ban. However, the appeals court affirmed the lower court ruling that kept the ban in place.
This opens the door for other cities and counties and states to take a similar action if they want to. Try to protect public health and safety and prevent another generation from being addicted to nicotine. It was my pleasure to represent the city on this issue, and I commend you for standing by this ordinance, and I congratulate you on your victory.
A restaurant is planned for part of the city's old public works site in the Grandview district. Earlier this month, the City Council granted preliminary site plan approval for Jester Concepts to build a 13,500 square foot restaurant with an outdoor dining area, outdoor bar, and pizza oven at 5146 Eden Avenue. The restaurant would be located between an 86-unit senior housing cooperative and green space tentatively called Grandview Yard. The restaurant would include public restrooms accessible to people in the green space. Parking would be on site and in the Jerry's parking ramp, which will connect to Grandview Yard with a pedestrian bridge currently under construction.
That north end of 62, we really don't have a lot of places to go to. And I think creating a family-driven restaurant with opportunities for a date night or a night out with friends, as well as being able to throw a birthday there. I think really encompassing everything that a family could do in a restaurant is what we're going to try and achieve there.
Jester Concepts is expected to seek final approval for the restaurant in the coming months. To increase the pollinator habitat during a critical seasonal transition, the city will temporarily suspend laws requiring residents to mow in May. The goal of Mow May is to allow yards to grow unmown for the month of May, creating habitat and forage for early season pollinators. This is particularly important in urban areas where floral resources are often limited.
Mow May is an important program here in Edina. Residents have the chance to participate if they want to provide food for pollinators. Minnesota has hundreds of native pollinators that emerge in the springtime, are looking for food while other things bloom. So your clover, your dandelions, things like that are really important for them to eat. And then those pollinators go on and give back to the Edina community. They help our flowers bloom and they help our fruit, our vegetable gardens bear fruit.
Homeowners and renters with landlord consent must register their lawns to participate in Mow May. All other properties must comply with Edina's city code for turf and weed management. Register online at bettertogetheredina.org. Once registered, participants can pick up a lawn sign at designated times to show their support and explain to passers-by why their lawn is not mowed. Signs can be picked up at Edina City Hall, 4801 West 50th Street, 8 a.m. to noon, April 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th, and May 3rd. Those who participated last year are encouraged to reuse their old sign. Full enforcement of Edina's turf and weed laws will return June 15th. What would you do if you were mayor for a day? One Highlands Elementary School student answered that question as part of a statewide essay competition and won. Edina TV introduces us to the local essay winner and shows us how the city provided a twist on the red carpet experience.
It's impossible to mimic the tapirs' natural habitat.
Presenting the latest assignment is top of mind for these Highlands Elementary students.
So this is our first draft.
Last fall,
As you can see, there are some changes.
564th through 6th graders across Minnesota entered a League of Minnesota Cities essay competition
Add more detail.
and were asked to think beyond the classroom and about their community. The question? What would you do if you had 24 hours to be mayor? Aviana Fedig, or Avi, found the question interesting to contemplate.
Avi has always had an awareness of her community, and that's certainly been growing.
It turns out she had a winning answer. And who needs a red carpet when you have this?
Can't put this over like this?
The Edina Fire Department provided the ride from school to the Braemar Golf Course so that she could present her essay
Congratulations.
Thank you.
during the annual State of the Community.
We are constantly being told that we are the future, but some things can't wait till we're older.
You know, the kids in our communities are involved. They care very deeply about what goes on in their community, and we want to give them a voice.
First, I would give love and support to the homeless. I would put a reasonable amount of taxes towards funding homeless shelters.
She worries about the planet and recycling, and she wants to make sure that people get properly recognized and treated in an equal sort of way.
Ideas, she says, others shouldn't be afraid to share.
Just remember that if you ever have some big opinion on something, there are people who do value it and who want to hear it.
Opinions Avi believes have the power to solve problems,
I would do as much as I could to make my town a better place.
even if you're not mayor for a day. I'm Dan Carpenter for Edina TV.
Congratulations, Aviana. The 4 winners of the Mayor for a Day essay contest each received $100. Their essays, including Aviana's, have been published in the League of Minnesota Cities magazine and can also be found on the League's website at lmc.org. Thank you for watching this episode of Agenda Edina. I'm your host, Dorothea Marty.